February 1959. Deep inside the frozen Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union, 9 experienced hikers vanished. Weeks later, rescuers discovered something impossible. The group's tent had been cut open from the inside, not unzipped. Cut, as if something inside had terrified them so completely that escaping through the entrance wasn't fast enough. Footprints led away from the tent. Bare feet, socks, no winter boots, no heavy jackets. Outside, temperatures had fallen below minus 30 degrees Celsius. The hikers had willingly stepped into certain death. But why? More than 60 years later, the mystery remains one of the strangest cases in modern history. This is the rabbit hole of the Dyatlov Pass incident. January 1959. 10 young Soviet hikers set out on an ambitious expedition across the northern Ural Mountains. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student with extensive experience in winter survival. This wasn't a group of amateurs. These hikers were among the most skilled adventurers in the Soviet Union. Their goal was simple: cross the mountains, document the journey, return home. At first, everything went according to plan. Then one member became ill and turned back. That decision likely saved his life. The remaining 9 continued deeper into the wilderness. None would return. The group was expected back by mid-February. No one arrived. Families waited, friends waited. Eventually, search teams were deployed. The weather was brutal. Snowstorms buried tracks almost immediately. Days passed. Then came the discovery that would shock investigators. A tent, half buried in snow, standing alone on a barren mountainside. The expedition stunt. Investigators approached cautiously. Everything seemed wrong. The tent contained boots, food cameras, clothing, personal belongings. The hikers had left nearly everything behind. Even stranger, the tent wall had been slashed from the inside. Who cuts open their own shelter during a blizzard? The evidence suggested panic. Sudden, extreme, unexplainable panic. Following footprints downhill, searchers found 2 bodies near a forest edge. The victims wore little clothing. They had attempted to build a fire. Nearby branches were broken high above the ground. Evidence suggested someone had climbed a tree, possibly to look back toward the mountain, possibly to escape something. 3 more bodies were discovered between the forest and the tent. They appeared to have been trying to return. They never made it. Months later, when snow melted, the remaining 4 bodies were found. This discovery transformed the case. Several victims had suffered catastrophic injuries: broken ribs, crushed chests, massive skull fractures. Yet strangely, very little external trauma. One investigator compared the force to a car crash. One victim was missing her tongue. Others had missing soft tissue. Rumors exploded across the Soviet Union. Something terrifying had happened on that mountain. The deeper investigators looked, the stranger the case became. Several reports claimed traces of radiation were found on clothing. Witnesses reported mysterious orange lights in the sky around the same time. Military activity was rumored nearby. The Soviet government classified large portions of the investigation. Predictably, conspiracy theories flourished. Theory 1. Avalanche, the most widely accepted explanation today. A snow slab may have partially collapsed near the tent. The hikers feared a larger avalanche. They evacuated immediately. But if this was an avalanche, why were footprints still visible? And why wasn't the tent buried? Theory 2. Military testing. Some believe secret Soviet weapons tests occurred nearby. The mysterious lights fueled speculation. Could an experimental weapon have frightened the hikers? No evidence has conclusively supported this claim. Theory 3. Infrasound. An unusual theory suggests wind moving across the mountain created low-frequency sound waves. These sounds can reportedly trigger anxiety, panic, and fear. If true, the hikers may have experienced overwhelming terror without understanding why. Theory 4. Something unknown. This is where the internet enters the rabbit hole. Many people remain unconvinced by every official explanation. The missing tongue, the radiation, the classified files, the strange lights. To this day, some believe crucial pieces of the story remain hidden. Ending 1800 to 2000. In 1959, 9 experienced hikers entered the mountains. Only one member of the original team survived because he turned back before reaching the pass. The others faced something that drove them from safety into a frozen wilderness. Was it an avalanche? A military accident? A natural phenomenon? Or something investigators never fully understood? The Soviet case was eventually closed with a haunting conclusion. A compelling natural force? No further explanation. No final answer. Just a phrase and a mystery that refuses to die. Because somewhere beneath the snow of Dyatlov Pass, the mountain may still be keeping its secret.